Hello, this is Brantley at Savannah College of Art and Design. Welcome to this series of courses called Giving a Great Presentation. Now, you're going to be required to give a lot of excellent presentations. Some of your presentations are going to be real simple presentations for your classes, and others are going to be longer presentations that are going to be a lot more difficult. I want to make those presentations very easy for you to give. So let's look at this series of courses and see if we can make this something that's easy for you to do. Now, presentation is just communication. When you present, you're connecting with an audience, you're communicating with an audience. We're going to break presentation down into 3 simple steps. For every presentation, I want you to do 3 things. Remember these 3 things. Number 1, tell your audience what you're going to say. Number 2, say it. And number 3, tell your audience what you just said. Okay, let's repeat that. So number 1, you're going to tell your audience what you'll say. Number 2, you're going to say it. And number 3, you'll tell them what you just said. We're going to come back to that. Don't forget it. We'll see it again. All right. Now, in this series of courses, we're going to do 5 things. The first thing we're going to do is talk about structure. If you have clear structure, people can follow your presentation very easily. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to look at content. If you have interesting content that's interesting for your listener and that's also very interesting for you, you have an interesting presentation. Number 3, we're going to look at vocal variation. If you look at pausing, if you use pausing and you use stress in dynamic ways, in exciting ways, you will have an energetic presentation. Number 4, we're going to look at nonverbal skills. Nonverbal skills can make your presentation very smooth, it can make your presentation very energetic, and it can make your presentation very dynamic. All right, I said we're looking at 5 things. Before we talk about any of these, we have to do some good pre-planning. The first thing we're going to look at is pre-planning. Our series of courses is going to talk about these 5 things. For content, nonverbal skills, vocal variation, and pre-planning, we'll just have 1 lecture. For structure, we're going to have a series of courses because we're going to break that down into several different parts. Okay. Let's summarize what we talked about here in this overview. So for presentation, the areas that I want you to master. Now, always come back and always remember these 3 things. For any presentation, clear presentation should do all of these 3 basic things. A presentation should tell you what it's going to say, it should say it, and then it should tell you what it said. Our course content here is going to cover pre-planning, presentation structure, presentation content, vocal variation skills, and nonverbal presentation skills. I'm really excited about this course, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot.